Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at J Wonder on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon, at Chickow on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian. I love travel on the MakeCode forum.
All right, guys. I know I've been doing this every day, and it's really, like beating a dead horse. But I gotta try once again. I'm giving you guys another shot. All right. What's going on right now?
I know.
Wait. What's going on right now related to what we do on the stream? Maybe that it just makes this a special time. Yes, Vivian.
It's Shannon's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Shannon's on the stream, and we are glad she exists. What do you mean?
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's not what I was looking for, though.
I know what it is.
I think it's surprising that you weren't looking for that. Go, Joey. You got
Today's the day that Shannon's gonna draw the special move for the cat. That's what's special about today.
All right, guys. Well, Shannon,
I have one, Richard.
Can you show these guys what
Yes,
it is?
Absolutely. Related to what we're doing on the stream. Today is, according to nationaldaytoday.com, National Illinois Day, which is where Vivian's from.
Woo! Shannon, wow, we were, intertwined from the beginning.
I think so.
I don't know why I keep throwing to you guys. There's a game jam happening right now. All right? And if you go to aka.ms/arcadegj, G is in game, J is in jam, you're going to find out more info about it. You can enter it. You can make a game, and it's going to be tons of fun. You should all do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Gideon in chat said GJ before any of us.
Yeah, Gideon's been saying GJ this whole time for days on end.
Good job.
You really should throw to Gideon.
Mm-hmm. You should throw to Gideon.
All right, so today you might have guessed, but we are working on MakeCode Slam, which is our Smash Bros. Style game. So far, we have two characters. Their names are Straw Bob. It's pretty good. I like Straw Bob a lot. He's very fleshed out as a character. He's got 3 moves. He's got this punch. Then he's got this strong hit, which is his A over attack. And then he has this one attack where he pulls up a strawberry, and then he can throw it, and it bounces around and can also hurt him. So you gotta be careful about that. But it does a lot of damage. All right. Then we also have Captain Cat. I don't need to tell you who Captain Cat is. Everybody knows who Captain Cat is. Captain Cat has 2 attacks. Right now he has a swipe attack. Oh wait, I need to do this with player 2. There you go. See his swipe attack. Look how his little tail gets all bushy. And he has an arrow attack, which is his over A.
The spear, Richard. Come on.
Spear, sorry. Wait. Did I mess up his over attack? Oh, I might have messed up his over attack. 1 second. I think I know what I did. We're going to go over to our attack function. And so we're doing this not do attack. Sorry, this is the wrong one. I want the handle attack button function. So in here, we're checking if left or right is pressed, but actually that only works for player 1. We want to use the player 2 one for if left or right is pressed for player 2. So it was working when I was testing before because I was just testing with player 1, but we're just going to make a variable for this. Left or right is pressed. Like that. We're going to set this to be false. And we are now going to check which player we are. So if I go ahead, I can check the player number on our sprite. I'm not getting it here, but we store this on our sprite. So I can go ahead and just get this as a number right here. And I want to get an equals there. Nice. Pass in sprite. This is player. And if it's equal to 1, then we are going to set this variable. Oh, whoops. I duplicate. To what we've been using. So this right here. And let me go ahead and replace that with this. Otherwise, we are going to set it to be inside of controller. We can get the is player 2 button pressed. So we'll make this left, duplicate, make this right. All right. And I need one more of these left or right is pressed so that I can put it on Captain Cat's attack. Let's get down there. There we go. Throw this out. Put this in here. And let's give that another shot. All right, so swipe attack, swipe attack, swipe attack. And now let's throw some arrows. Sorry, spears. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. Is it a spear or a harpoon?
Isn't a harpoon
Anyway.
the one that you reel back in?
I guess. That's true. I always thought a harpoon was just like a spear at sea, you know? That's why I was thinking Captain Cat. Okay, so let's go a little bit over what we did last time. So Shannon, you weren't here yesterday, but what we did was we added the kind of core stuff for our game. So now you can fall off the edge of the stage and you respawn up there when you do. We also made it so that the percent is no longer being stored in the score. Instead, we made these little symbols for our characters. So we have a little strawberry, and then we have a little cat. This one's drawn by Joey. This one's drawn by Vivian. And we're going to put our scores on top of these. So that's what we're going to be doing right now.
Wait,
and
Joey
Shannon,
did the cat?
Yeah.
Joey, this is so good. The little face.
Every cat should be a little bit grumpy in their photo.
Now my cat is all smiles because he's probably biting you. All right.
Even in a picture. Like, you can be happy right before and right after the picture, but I don't believe in any happy picture cat.
Okay. All right, Joey. All right, so we want to update these. We want to put some numbers on top of these, and we already created sprites for these inside of our onStart. So I'll just expand our onStart real quick so we can just look at that. I created this player 1% text, and we put it right there, and we have player 2% text, and you put it right there, and they're both set to nothing right now. Now, just so that we can put these in the right position, well, actually, you know what? Let's just make a function for this. We're going to make a function which is going to be update percents. All right, and I'm going to copy over these set X and set Y, just so that we have the same locations for our icons and for our text. So let me go ahead and take this. I'm going to change this to be the player 1% text and player 2% text, player 2% text. The reason I'm doing this inside of this function is because when you change the size of a sprite, for example, if we went from 0% to 10%, the sprite has now become wider. And so it's not going to be centered where it was before. We have to reposition it so that we are centered on the right location. So you want to make sure that if you are changing the text and text sprites, you always reset their position afterwards. Okay. All right, so now I want to go ahead and just set the text. So we'll grab this right here, and I'm going to set player 1% text to be equal to the percent of our player, which is stored as a number. So we're going to go ahead and grab this right here. We need to turn this into a string because we can't just put anything inside here. And so if you go into text, there's a join block, and we're gonna put this inside of a join anyway because we want to put percent at the end of this. All right, so I'm going to change this to be player 1 and change this to be percent. And now we're going to do the same thing for player 2. So make this player 2% text and make this player 2. All right, now we need to call this function. So there's a few places where we need to call it, I think. I'm wondering what the easiest way to do this is. Because we want to call it when you, I guess we just want to call it when you get slammed and when you get spawned. So we'll do it in those two places. All right, so inside of this slam, we're going to go ahead and call this function. Put it at the end of this. All right, now we also want to call it when we get spawned. So we're going to go to, let's see, there is a spawn character right here. And we'll go ahead and call that function update %. Whoops, failed cast on null. I'm guessing that this is being defined. Yeah. So we need to put this, our spawn characters at the end of this on start here. Nice. Look at that. Undefined %, undefined %. Looks pretty good, if you ask me.
How to get it.
Yeah, I don't think we need to change anything. Okay, I could have sworn I called it %. Maybe I called it something else. Let's go to our make sprites right here. And let's see, temp sprite set data percentage to number 0, percentage. There we go. 0%. What? Why is this a cat now? Oh, I know why. Oh, wait, this is surprisingly tough. All right, so I'm just going to, instead of pasting in the player 1 name and the player 2 name like I am right now, I'm just going to go ahead and copy these right here. Because we'll need to figure out something for this later. But what's happening is these need to exist before our characters are spawned. But we are using the name of our sprites inside of there. And the sprite wasn't defined yet, so it was just getting undefined. It was hitting the else case, and that's why it was a purple cat. So to get around to that, we're just going to make it so that we set it explicitly with the strings. But it's going to be annoying now because if I want to change player 1 to be Captain Cat, I'm going to have to do it in 2 places. I'll figure it out later. All right, and then the last thing I want to do is I want to put an outline on this text. So I'm going to go into the text sprite category right here. We're going to set it on our player 1 % text first. And also on our player 2 % text. Yeah, that looks, whoops. Oh, whoops. There we go, misdragged. All right, kind of covers up everything a little bit, huh? Let's make it so our text is smaller. I'm going to set the max font height. So let's go to our player 1 % text first, and we're going to set the max font height to be 5. Should make it the smallest height. There we go. It's a little bit smaller, so you can see more of the symbol now. You still can't see a ton of it though, and that's kind of a bummer. Oh well, I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out something for this later.
Can we see it real quick without the border?
Sure.
No outline?
I was afraid it would be hard to read.
Yeah. It is
Yeah, it's hard to read.
But it also looks nice.
And the thing is that as it gets higher, it's going to be going off the edge, you know? And like if you were up here where this white is, like
Oh
it's gonna be pretty tough. Yeah.
That's fair.
So I think we just gotta live with it. One thing we could do is I'll just make it so that where am I setting this? I'm going to add a bit to the Y. So I'll make this 110 and I'll make this 110 also. Is that better? I could make this 115, 115. And just have it below the icon. Is that good? What do you think, Shannon?
Oh yeah, I really like that.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to make it so that when your percentage starts getting really high, it starts changing color. Because that's, you know, fun and ominous. First, though, let's make sure that it clears when I die. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off the edge. Bye, Captain Cat. And it's at 0%. Perfect. All right. Oh, Shannon, are you working on Captain Cat special attack?
Yes, I just sourced an idea from Lucas in chat, so I'm starting it now.
Oh, cool. I thought you had an idea.
I did have an idea, but it was difficult.
Oh, okay. Can you
My
tell us what it
idea-
was?
Yeah, my idea that I am no longer gonna do is that Captain Cat summons Coco and Sam, and then they do their attacks. But I couldn't figure out a way to like make the summoning look good. So I'm doing
We could
Lucas's
always-
idea instead.
Yeah, we could always code it. We could add some code that makes them both appear. And
Ooh.
it's up to you. It's up to you.
Okay. Lucas gave me an idea.
Nope, do Lucas's idea. All right.
Wait,
Also,
Vivian,
also, this is lower priority and doesn't need to be done today, but if you could do a 2-frame idle animation for Captain Cat, that would be cool too. All right. We've got that going. We've got our percentage. Let's go ahead and increment our score whenever we, well, I don't know. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do stock battle by default? Yeah, okay. So we'll give you lives. We're going to give you 3 lives. All right. And they're going to go away as you get KO'd. And we'll have a winner at the end of it. So to make that happen, we're going to just put some icons here above our character portraits that are going to represent their lives. And I think this one we are just going to do as a render because this will be easy to do as a render. So we're going to go ahead and grab this render on Z index to screen, and we're going to up this to be like 20. We should also up the Z index of our icons and text while I'm thinking about it. So we're going to make this 20, and we're going to make the player 2% text 21, and we're going to do the same thing for player 1. Cool. All right. So now we shouldn't go in front of them anymore when we go down to the bottom of the screen. So yeah, see, we're behind it. That's good. All right. Let's go ahead and draw our symbols. So I think we're going to store our remaining stock in some variables. I think I don't think we need to put this on our character because it's not really tied to the sprite. It's tied to the game. So I'm just going to put it up here. Let's go ahead and say player 1 stock. We'll set that to be 3. Now we're going to duplicate this to new variable and player 2 stock. Also to 3. And now we're going to render on the Z index. We want to be above our 2 things. We're going to just draw something that's lifey. I don't know. What should we draw? What should the symbol be? Vivian, what should it be?
Heart.
All right, kind of boring, but okay.
What do you think it should be, Richard?
I think it should be a heart because that's what you said.
Okay, it should be some noodles because more noodles means longer life.
Is that what that means? Oh, Shannon's nodding. It's just something I didn't know about. Yeah, I'm gonna do hearts.
I'm gonna draw a bowl of noodles. Come on, Richard.
Come on, Richard.
Sorry. Okay, so we're doing this render right now, and you can see it's already drawing up here on the top left. But I think instead of doing it at top like it is in Smash Bros, I'm just going to do it to the side of them because we have more space there, and it's not getting into the action like it is the other way. So let's go ahead now. We're going to first do player one. So I'm going to put in a loop. We're going to do a for index, and we're going to do it from 0 to the player one stock -1. All right. Now we want to use this index in our y. So I'm going to go ahead and get the index, and we're going to multiply that times, let's see, this is 5, so we'll just do times 6. There we go. We can see we got some hearts appearing up there. All right. Now we also want to set the x on these guys. Oh, and we need to add something to this, of course. So let's go ahead first. We'll do the adding. So we're going to do the index times 6 plus some value. What is the y I'm using? 115 is for the percent, so it's got to be a little bit less than that. We'll make it 110. We'll make it 105. It needs to be a little bit less than that. 100. There we go. All right, that looks okay. And now we need to set the x. So the x we are using is 32. So these are 16 by 16. We want to be moved over to the, we'll do it on the left, I guess. So that'll be 32 minus 8 is 24. Give us a little bit of wiggle room. We'll make it 22. That's obviously too close. Let's go ahead and make it 20. I forgot that this is not the right, this is the center. So my math was off. There we go. Okay, that's fine. I don't like that the numbers are going to be over it.
That looks so good when it's at 0% though.
It does, yeah. We could do it in like a square. Maybe. Let's try it with a square and we'll see what it looks like. So we're going to duplicate this and put it over in our x. We're going to change this to be 16, or no, actually less than that. We'll make it 12. Now, instead of doing the index times 6 though, because that's going to give us this nice little linear layout, we're going to be using the index integer divided by 2. Where are you? Oh, the wrong category. Grab the square root, change it to integer divide, and we're going to do the index integer divided by 2. So we're doing integer divide because we want to cut off the decimal. Okay, so yep, that's what I wanted basically. And we now also want to do the y as the modulo. So I'm going to go into back into math. I'm going to go get the remainder. I'm going to do index mod 2 times 6, and now we should have a nice little. There you go, like the top corner of a thing. And to make it nice, we're gonna buck with from tradition and make this 4 for each. Okay, yeah, that looks nice. Cool, okay. Let's do it for player 2 now. We're going to do the same thing, basically. We're going to change this to be player 2 stock. We're going to leave the Y exactly as it is, but we want to change this X. So for that, we're going to see, let's see, we made our player 2 %X to 128. The player 1 is 32. We subtracted 20 from this to get 12. So we want to subtract 20 from this to make it 108. Nice. Okay, cool. All right. And now let's go to our respawn code. So I'm going to collapse this. We're going to go to where we die. So that's in our tile map thing, this tile overlap. And here is where we destroy our character. So we're also going to decrement our stock. So I'm going to put in a logic so we can check which player we're doing. So I'm going to go to here and do, let's see, I need the player number. So I'm just going to pull this out right now. I'm going to say if it equals 1, then we are going to change our player 1 stock by -1. Else, we are going to change our player 2 stock by -1. And then also I want to add a little effect right now. So I'm going to go into scene. I'm going to grab the camera shake. I don't know why I didn't do this yesterday. All right, let's refresh because my simulator is getting slow. All right, so let's go ahead and destroy Captain Cat here. Oh no, or I can just fall off the edge. Eat straw bomb, Straw Bob from Straw Bob, Captain Cat. I thought that would defeat him. Go, man. Nice. All right. Oh, are we doing hoods up? Is that what we're doing? Put it on over my headphones and hat.
I think we were trying to leave Richard out and get Shannon to join us first, but now we're good.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Shannon's.
Well, way to go, Shannon.
I was trying to make a special attack.
Can you guys still hear me? Cool, all right. Okay, so all right, we've got our basic stock now. We want to just make it so that it tells us who wins at the end of this. So I'm going to go to our back to here. We're going to say if it's equal to 0. So let's go ahead and put in logic and do equals to 0. We're going to make a function for this. It's going to be end round. And it's going to take in a number which is player who won. I need to like look at this keyboard, this stupid ergonomic keyboard. All right. So let's go ahead and call our end round. We want to say if our player 1 stock equals 0, then we're going to call end round on player 2. And we'll just do the exact same thing for the player 2 stock. Player 2 stock. And change this to 1. All right. So inside of this end round function, we want to do something. I don't really know what yet. Yes, Vivian.
Richard, I think you might be muffled.
Okay.
Sad. Wait. Oh my God. Okay. It's okay. We can pretend that your headphones are a hood.
Yeah, I guess. I feel so
Wearing
left
a
out.
hat. That's almost kind of a hood.
We're not the hood crew. We're the warm heads crew.
Thanks for making me feel better, guys. All right. So, okay, what do we want to do next? We have a few things left that we have to do. Let's list them out. So we need to do the end of the round. So we need to actually show like player 1 won or something. Second, well, actually, we don't need to show that. We need to show Straw Bob wins or something like that. We got to put the character name in there. Second thing we need to do is we need to have a character select screen so that you can choose your character as you're going into the match. Let's do that. That could be fun. All right, so to do that, we're going to throw out all of our code now. Class blocks, format code. We're going to make a function now that is going to be show, well, actually, first we're going to do a refactor. Vivian.
A small or a big refactor?
Small.
Small? Cool.
All right, so we're going to do a start round, and this is going to take in 2 things. Or actually, you know what? It's not going to take in anything. So I'll put this down here. And what we want to do is we're just going to take this code that we have on start that is actually starting the game, and we're going to put it inside of our start round. I think this is probably going to break a few things, but we'll fix them as it comes. So I'm going to grab all of this. Not the cameras thing. The camera thing can go back over here. Background image should come in here. Okay, and now my game should crash as soon as it starts. Oh, no, it doesn't actually. That's great. All right, and let's go ahead. Did I already make the function? No, I didn't yet. So we're going to make a function that's going to be called show character select menu. And let's call this function. All right, so we need to create character portraits for all of our characters. Or actually, we don't have that many characters, so maybe we'll just put in the full images of all of our characters. I don't really see a reason not to. So we need to first go into our, we need to first get those character portraits. So I'm going to go back to our start round and drag out our, oh no, I need to go to spawn character. I forgot we refactored that. Spawn character, where art thou? Thou there art. Wait, there thou art.
There's thou art.
Okay, and I refactored this into make Captain Cat and make Straw Bob. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna grab this character portrait of Straw Bob. Why am I? I'll just duplicate the image. Duplicate. Go back there. Close on up. All right, now where's make Captain Cat? There he is. Duplicate. Close on up. All right, and we're gonna make some sprites for all of our characters. So I'm just gonna put these guys into an array. Put this list right here, there, and there. And we're also going to have another list, a text list, which is going to be their names. So this one will be Straw Bob. This one is Captain Cat. We don't have a third one yet. All right. So we're going to create sprites for these guys. So let's go into loops, and we're going to do a for index loop because we're going to be using this index. And we're going to go until the length of the array -1. All right. So let's first off just create sprites for these guys. So we're going to say set my sprite. We'll make this temp sprite. To sprite of kind, and this is going to be character select. And for the image, we're going to grab we're going to do a give value at and index. Now we should see some sprites show up. There we go. All right. Whoops. Okay. The pressing buttons right now breaks the game. I'll fix that later. All right, so we're creating our sprites, but let's space them out a little bit. So let's see. I don't know how much width we need to give each of these guys, so I'll just give them 32, I guess. What's the maximum number of characters we're going to have? Is it more than 5?
How many did the latest Smash Bros have? We should beat that.
All right. If we're going to beat that, Joey, I'm going to need Core Guy, the Door Guy by tomorrow. All right.
Can we just do different colors of the same character?
No.
Okay, we're gonna have at least Glitch, your character, Richard. Core Guy, the Door Guy, and this is plus our already too. And Shannon's gonna add Ollie. Maybe. Secret maybe.
Which character are you doing? Are you doing
Me?
Why am I thinking Griselda for the name of the witch? That's not even a name.
Asphodel.
Oh, someone
Asphodel.
should do Asphodel, but I'm not doing Asphodel.
Okay. Sora is
All
coming to
characters.
Smash Bros next? Oh, it's
Sora
already out.
already came to Smash Bros.
Okay. I was looking up the numbers. 82. So we need 83 characters. It'll take a while.
We're almost there. All right, so let's go ahead and assume that we're going to have a lot at some point. So to make that happen, what we need to do is we need to figure out the width and the height of our character display, what that's going to be. And so we're going to have at most 4, I think, in a row. So I'm going to go into math. I'm going to do the index. Well, I'm going to take the length, and I'm going to integer divide that by 4. Oh, wait, I have the length right here. The length integer divide by 4, and we're going to add 1 to this. All right, so this gives us the number of rows we have, right? Because if we have 2, integer divided by 4 is going to be 0. We add 1, we've got 1 row. Perfect. So let's do the number of columns we have, which is just going to be the length of the array. It's just going to be the min. Go into math and grab a min block. The min of the length of the array and 4. Because we have at most 4 rows, and then we're going to start wrapping. All right, so now that we have this, we can actually position our sprites. So the way we're going to do this is we need to figure out the index in the row that we have. So to do that, we're going to do it just like we did before when we were doing those character stocks. Wow, Shannon looks warm.
Unsigned Arduino was like, well, Vivian was like, I saw a raven. And Unsigned Arduino was like, Shannon should be a raven. And Vivian was like, to be a raven, you need a beard.
Does that mean I'm a raven? Okay. Sorry. Otto, where are you? Oh, he's under the blanket on the couch. That's fine. All right. If it gets too quiet, I get worried. Okay. So I'm going to now do this based off our number of rows. So we're going to be taking the index and figuring out what our left should be, and then we're going to adding our index mod the 4 or something. Let's go into here. We're going to do remainder of, and we're going to set this to be the number, the index by the number of columns, which is this. So this gives us our X index. And we're going to set the left of our sprite. So let's go into sprites and grab the left. To be the remainder of the index. So this is going to give us our X index minus, well, actually times 32. So we're going to times this by 32, which is going to give us our, this is going to lay us out right now on the side of our screen. So we should now have them spaced out on the side of the screen, but I want them centered. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and figure out how to center these two by taking the width of the screen, which is 80. I mean, the width of the screen is 160, taking half of that, which is 80, and then subtracting half the width of our character display, which is going to be this remainder of, well, not the remainder, actually, it's going to be just this min thing times 32, which will give us the total width of our character display. And so we're going to do 80 minus this plus all of this. And with this extremely long block, we should have them nice and centered now. Okay, that's not quite centered. Okay, wait. So 32 times the remainder of the index divided by the number of columns. So that gives us the like index of them in the X display. And then we want to add that to 80 minus, oh, this should be divided by 2. 80 minus this min times, oh, we can just make this times 16. Nice, all right, nice and centered. Now we're going to do the same thing for the top. We're going to go ahead and just make this top. We're going to do, instead of this remainder of, we're going to do integer divide like we did before. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab out this integer divide I have right here and do the integer divide of the index times by the number of columns. So like that. And then we're going to do 60 minus that thing I just deleted accidentally. So let me go ahead and undo a bunch. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I wanted to get this back, the length of the list integer divided by 4 plus 1, because this is the number of rows we have. And so we want to do 32 times, let's get another integer divide because I can't reuse that one. The math is almost over, guys. So we want to do our index integer divided by this number. And then we're going to multiply this times 32. And we're going to add 60. Oh, wait, no, actually, we want to do integer divide, not by this. We want to do integer divide by the number of columns. Okay, and then we're going to do, let's see, so that plus 60 minus the number of rows we have. So that is this thing. No, wait, that is this thing. No, wait. Oh, now I'm all confused again. You know it's bad when I'm confused by my own math. Okay. So we're back to them being centered. This is like a long walk to support something that we might even not like get to. So we have the length of the array list integer divided by 4, because that is the maximum number of columns we have, plus 1. So this is the number of rows we have. We want this to be 32 times our index, and we want to do the index integer divided by this by 4. So let's go ahead and go into here. And oh, I have an integer divide right here, so just get rid of that. We'll do index integer divided by 4. There we go. Then we want to do 60 because that's half of our height, minus, and then we want this to be the number of rows that we have. So not this, we want this to be this times 16, and I think this should do it. There we go, we're centered. Hooray!
Good work, Richard.
It took way too long, but now just to show how this works, we're actually going to increase our character count. Like this, and we'll just go ahead and put in a bunch of pluses. Well, actually, I'm not even using this yet, so we don't need to. All right, look at that. We have a little centered character thing that you can go through, and it expands when we have more characters. So now we have like a second row and everything. All right, let me just minus these guys all away. Only one Captain Cat. And clean up all these extra blocks I have. All right. Now we're going to do one more thing. I'm going to go into here and make a variable. So let's go ahead and make a new variable. This one's going to be in character select. And we're going to go ahead and set this to be true. And the reason we're doing that is because right now, if I push any buttons, we crash the game. So I'm going to go into our button press handlers. And I think mainly the ones I have to deal with are, well, actually, I can just handle this inside of do a jump and, oh, maybe I don't even need that variable. Let's go into our two handler functions. So we have do a jump, which is here. And we're going to say, we're going to put in an or, we're going to put in a not, we're going to put in our character, right? Hey, get in there. Jerk. Seriously? This doesn't count as a variable? We should file this. Really, we should just make it so you can put anything inside of Boolean blocks. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, especially not. Just, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So I forget. Does sprite utils handle if it's undefined?
Yeah, I think so.
So if character is destroyed, will it return true for this though, or false?
Yeah, read the description. Turns true if the given sprite does not exist or is destroyed, and false otherwise.
Oh, awesome. Good documentation. Gold star for Joey.
I was just thinking about it when I saw that pop-up, so I'm happy.
Yeah, okay, and let's go now to our handle attack button function right here. And we're actually just going to throw this out and copy this over here and replace these characters with sprites. And go ahead and do a quick tail. All right. So now I should be able to push all the buttons I want. Yay. Cool. All right. No more crashing. So we're going to go ahead and create two little character select sprites. So I'm going to go ahead and draw something that's going to look terrible, I assume. But let's do our best. Okay. I'm going to do a hand. Which always goes super well. And then do we put a thumb on it?
I
Is that
usually
a yes? Okay.
Yeah.
like that, sorta.
Wait. Are you
Nope,
pointing
wrong
with your
side.
finger?
Wrong
with
side,
your
wrong side,
pinky?
wrong side. Yeah, we're fancy, Joey.
I selected this character.
There you go. Okay. So we're gonna do it like this, and we're also going to do an outline. So I'm just going to actually erase the outline, because I think that might actually be faster. Not if I mess up though. Oh, whoops, not that one. Cool, okay. And we're going to put on a indicator. E1. There's no way I'm going to fit a 2 on this.
I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to believe Richard.
Hey!
Today is a great day.
Today is a great day. Okay, why am I crashing? What's happening?
Is my sprite defined now, and we were using my sprite somewhere?
Could be. Update percents. Why though?
Do we
Why is
have
it calling-
before when we put in the is destroyed, did we change it from my sprite to sprite or something? Did we not change it somewhere?
I don't think I was using my sprite anywhere.
No.
Oh no, I guess I must have been.
So I think somewhere there's like an is destroyed check or something, and it's passing that because my sprite exists. That would be my guess.
All right, expand blocks. Ah!
Oh, if only we had a way to search through code. Wouldn't that be amazing?
You would have to be magic to make something like that happen, like a wizard of some kind, like a ice wizard or a fire
Somehow
wizard
be
or
able to
a math
update
wizard.
a core dependency to allow for new
Wait,
features. Like that
I have an
percolate.
idea. Oh, sorry. Okay, what if we rename my sprite to be something really long with a
Oh.
lot of emojis? Oh, you found it.
I kind of like that idea. Just put in like a 500 character.
Right, then we'll find it.
All right, so the problem is actually just that they're of type player. So we're going to go ahead and make a new kind now, which is going to be player select. There we go. All right, so we got our 2 sprites now. Let's go ahead and put them at good locations. We're going to go into here and do temp sprite just because I don't want to use my sprite. And we're going to set the position over here. So let's go to here, do temp sprite, and we'll just set this to be, I don't know, somewhere down here. So this will be, what's 160 minus 29? It's 131. Okay, there we go. We got player 1, we got player 2. And we're now going to make it so that we can move those guys. So let's go into controller and we're going to do a player move with buttons. And we're going to make this player 2 move, the player 2 one, and player 1 move, the player 1 one. All right, so now I can go ahead and move these around. All right, so now we just need to make it so that we can actually do the selection. So we want to do on a button pressed, we want to do our selecting. But also I want to make it so that when we are overlapping, we display the character name. So let's go ahead and do, first though, we're going to put on these sprites the Oh, before we do anything, we need to put these names on our sprites. So I'm going to go into sprites and grab this set string block. There we go. Make this temp sprite. And we're going to set the data name to be the text list get value at index. So this will give us our name of our sprite, like that. Okay, and we're now going to, I guess, make a variable, which is going to be player 1 name and player 2 name. We're not going to set those to anything until we actually do the selection. So let's do that now. We're going to go over to our A button pressed handlers. So we have this one right here. There's barely anything in here because it's just calling a function. We have this on A button pressed because on A button is just player 1 by default. We're going to go into logic and do a, we can use that variable we have in character select. Then we are going to loop over all of our sprites of kind. So we're going to do a 4-element value of list, go over our sprites of kind. Player select, no, character select. And we're going to see if this overlaps with our player 2 cursor. Maybe I should store the player number on our cursor as well. That'll make this a bit easier. Whoops, we don't want that. We want to go to here and grab a number. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock.
Oh.
I just lost track of time. I was having so much fun. Okay, so that'll be it for today. I don't want to leave the game in this state, so I'm actually going to go into on start and open this up. And I'm going to pull out our show character select menu and put in our start round so that you can play the game when I do the share link now for the code at the end of this. All right, but for MakeCode, I am your Smash Bros correspondent, Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm the Fire Emblem characters in Smash Bros correspondent, Joey, at J1Drill on the MakeCode forums.
I'm the Raven correspondent, Shannon, at Shakao in the MakeCode forums.
And I'm the costume coordinator, Vivian, at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forums.
Breaking the pattern, I see. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow.